had a daydream standing in front of a whole room full of people.
When you voice a character, do you keep some kind of representation of that character? For instance,
oh, no worries. I think what you're trying to ask is...
okay. Do you...
Have you ever been struck by lightning, sir? Did you have an electromagnetic...
Just get another microphone. It's working for me. What is going on?
It's him, it's not you.
Do you keep some kind of representation of that character, like a statue or a picture or something?
I'm not a collector per se, but I would say I keep more of a mental image. And what I did learn in conservatory and voice and speech class way back then was, if you can, to try to keep some kind of a key sentence for a character. For Outback, I remember there are sit and vowel sounds that distinguish Australia. If I say sit and vowel sounds, it puts me in that frame of mind. There's a play with a Scottish character who says, "I didn't get how eating at work to the lassies, but whenever we landed." So it goes like that, and just hear a little of that. Yeah, no, exactly. But good enough for shop work. So I do that in my head. I admire collectors, but I'm not a collector. However, I have been the recipient of many incredible gifts from people who give them so generously and with such sincerity, and that I keep, treasure, and value. And I was just gifted with such a gift today. Actually, several over the course of the weekend. Some of them deeply personal to the person who gave them. One of them a magnificent masterpiece Grimlock today. I'm floored by people's generosity, and I will always be floored by people's generosity. However, it doesn't require a material gift. I am also humbled by some things that people have said to me about how much what I did meant to them. I was introduced by someone who said, "I'm going to bring on stage the man who made me late for school every morning, and the man who made me skip last period class so I could get home when they were on in the afternoon." That's a huge deal and means everything to me.
Next question. Yes? I'm just going to throw one at you, Greg, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What do you think, I mean, with the community, you've probably heard stories, but Grimlock's a pretty big and popular character for a lot of us. Why do you think that is? What is it about Grimlock that you think makes him so popular?
I think it's a good question. I don't know that I can answer it, save for the fact that some of the lines that I've been entrusted with, people never forget them. I hope it had something to do with the way I said them. It certainly had something to do with the person who wrote them, and something to do with the person who approved them, but, you know. Seafood salami, beryllium bologna. Why do we remember? We don't know. Petro rabbits. All of a sudden, they're real. Cubs war stories. Well, who doesn't want to hear them now? I mean, it was like that, and I don't know why it's like that. It is because it is.
I think you get on a good point there, and sorry to go to it with comment. You are responsible for bringing him to life. You are Grimlock. Now, on pen, paper, in comics, it's just black and white, but you put the personality in, which I think is why we love him so much.
And I think he brought, I brought, everybody brought an innocence to that character that also is very appealing in that world of warriors. Not that he's not a warrior, but he sees things more simply, and sometimes that makes that train of thought more fun to follow.
Does anyone up here want to ask further questions? Oh, here we go.
I've been looking at Skyfire. Who's your favourite character?
It's a draw. Skyfire was supposed to be a very prominent character, at least that was the way it was explained. And I was saying earlier, that prime Skyfire deliberation and consideration and humanity is really appealing to me as a person, and that positivity of Skyfire. And, but I mean, it's grimmy by a knockout because there's so much fun to have, and that's me. I'm playful, and if there's a joke to find or a funny way to make it happen, I love that, but not at the expense of the other. It's a really good question because they really are two sides of me, very much so two sides of me, and that's just a fluke. But you know, maybe there's no flukes.
Any other questions? Oh, sorry.
One implied question, yes, the bar is still open.
I just wanted to add something to the question that was said before. The simplicity also has a childlike quality. Because as a child, it's easy to understand character like grew up with another character. And also there's an element of quite force. Grew up just goes in all those in great values.
That's brains.
And a very young child will relate to that better than the characters of the things.
I think that's all true. But he's also defensive about the one thing that he knows he has, which is a small brain, which is also, you know, appealing.
Thank you.
Yep.